what? X is an adorable name, and perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying. And it's not good for anyone. And it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever. People got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very different.
Elon Musk has just shattered Hollywood's carefully crafted image in a legal battle that no one saw coming. In a high-stakes courtroom showdown, the tech mogul unveiled shocking evidence so explosive that it left the entire industry reeling. But no one was more stunned than Whoopi Goldberg. The veteran talk show host, known for her fiery opinions, sat frozen in disbelief, her hands trembling as she fought back tears. Secret emails, staggering numbers, and a hidden truth that Hollywood had buried for years were suddenly exposed. The courtroom was silent, so silent that you could hear the gasps echoing off the walls. What was this dark secret that had been kept under wraps? Why was Whoopi Goldberg so rattled? And most importantly, why did Musk choose now to reveal it all?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
Offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care.
Whoopi has never been afraid to speak her mind, but this time she may have gone too far. For years, she and Musk have been at odds, clashing over technology, media, and the power of free speech. She has repeatedly slammed Musk's changes to his social media empire, accusing him of creating an uncontrollable, dangerous platform. But Musk wasn't one to sit back and take the attacks quietly. When she took a direct shot at him on national television saying, "I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not helping anybody," it was clear the feud had escalated. The internet immediately exploded with debates, some defending her stance, others accusing her of trying to control the narrative. But what she said next changed everything. She called Musk's decisions reckless, accused him of turning the platform into a playground for misinformation, and said his new policies had paved the way for hate speech to thrive.
This is not something I'd recommend, frankly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but it is, and I'm just looking at this video and it's so bizarre.
When he fired thousands of employees, she branded him heartless. When he introduced the paid verification system, she accused him of selling credibility to the highest bidder. And when Musk suspended certain journalists for allegedly violating platform policies, Whoopi went all in.
Yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay?
This isn't about free speech. This is about control. If we don't stop him now, he'll have the power to silence anyone. That statement sent shockwaves across the media landscape. Supporters rallied behind her, but Musk's defenders were quick to strike back. They called her a hypocrite, accusing her of using her platform to push her own agenda while attacking Musk for doing the same.
This was my thought process, and I will work hard not to think that way again.
But if Whoopi thought Musk would ignore her words, she was in for a rude awakening. He fired back almost immediately, posting a cryptic message. Some people pretend to be the voice of the people when all they're really doing is defending their own interests.
This is not something I'd recommend, frankly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but it is, and I'm just looking at this video and it's so bizarre.
The internet erupted. Was this a direct shot at Whoopi? Then another message appeared. I have the receipts. That single phrase sent the online world into a frenzy. What proof was he talking about? Was he about to expose something big? The speculation spiraled out of control, but Musk remained silent, until he wasn't. Days later, he made an announcement that sent the media into a complete meltdown. He was taking this fight to court. The moment the news broke, it became the hottest topic on every platform. Supporters of Musk cheered.
You take aim at a 4-year-old? I mean, look, I get that he's operating at your reading level, but come on. At least have the decency to go after someone who's reached puberty.
Convinced that he was about to drop a bombshell. Meanwhile, Goldberg's fans insisted this was nothing more than a distraction, a way for Musk to shift the public's attention. Whoopi wasn't about to back down. If you have something to say it. If not, stop playing this game, she fired back. But Musk refused to engage in a back and forth.
Offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care.
Instead, he went silent again, assembling his legal team and preparing for the moment when the world would finally see what he had been hinting at all along. Then, the moment arrived. The courtroom was packed, the world watching as Musk's legal team walked in with thick folders of documents. Whoopi sat across from them, trying to keep her composure, but the tension in the air was suffocating. What was Musk about to reveal? The documents were placed on the table. The lawyers whispered amongst themselves. The judge took his seat. Cameras flashed, and then the first bombshell dropped. Hidden communications, financial records, confidential memos, documents that suggested there was more at play than anyone had imagined. Suddenly, this wasn't just about Whoopi and Musk. This was about something much bigger.
It's not good for anyone, and it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever.
Whispers rippled through the courtroom. Reporters scribbled furiously. The public, watching through live updates, held their breath. Had Whoopi Goldberg knowingly participated in a media campaign designed to discredit Musk? Or was she just a pawn in a larger game? The battle had reached a point of no return. The courtroom was electric, charged with anticipation, as Elon Musk's legal team prepared to unveil their evidence. The whispers grew louder. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. And then, the unthinkable happened. Musk's lawyers handed over documents that made jaws drop. Leaked emails, financial records, private messages. It was all there, laid bare for the world to see. The documents painted a picture of a coordinated effort, one that allegedly sought to discredit Musk, manipulate public perception, and control the online narrative. But here's where things took an even darker turn. Some of those communications implicated figures far beyond Whoopi Goldberg. Journalists, corporate executives, and even social media influencers appeared to be involved in discussions about how to portray Musk in the media.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Could this really be the smoking gun? Had Musk just exposed a hidden alliance working behind the scenes? Gasps echoed through the courtroom. Whoopi's expression hardened. She shook her head, whispered something to her lawyer, and then, for the first time, she spoke up. "This is ridiculous," she said, her voice firm. "I am not part of some conspiracy. This is just another attempt to silence critics." The judge called for order, but the damage had already been done. The media had their headlines. The internet had its fuel. And the public? The public was split in half. Musk's supporters flooded social media, declaring that the so-called Whoopi files were proof of everything they had suspected, that a group of media elites had been working together to control public perception. One user posted, "Musk was right all along. The media is a machine designed to take down people who refuse to play by their rules." But Goldberg's defenders weren't staying quiet either. This is a distraction. Musk knows he's losing support, so he's making himself the victim. One prominent journalist tweeted. The battle lines were drawn. The courtroom drama was just beginning, but outside, the repercussions were already being felt. Major sponsors of The View, one of the most watched talk shows on television, began quietly distancing themselves from the controversy. Reports surfaced that executives at ABC were in crisis meetings, debating how to handle the situation. A leaked internal memo showed growing concern among producers. "If this escalates any further, we need to consider our next steps," it read. Would Whoopi Goldberg be forced off the show? Would her years in the entertainment industry come crashing down over this controversy? Whoopi, refusing to back down, finally broke her silence outside of court. In an exclusive interview, she dismissed Musk's claims as nonsense and doubled down on her previous criticisms. "He doesn't like being questioned. That's what this is really about," she stated. But then, Musk hit back with another shocking revelation. He took to X, formerly known as Twitter, and dropped another bombshell. "More documents coming soon," he wrote. "They tried to bury the truth, but the truth doesn't stay buried forever." This single post reignited the firestorm. What else did he have? How much deeper did this go? Speculation reached a fever pitch. Some claimed that Musk had proof of coordinated censorship efforts by the media. Others believed he was setting the stage for something even bigger. Meanwhile, whispers started circulating that Whoopi was not the only one under scrutiny. A news outlet published an article with an anonymous source from inside Musk's legal team. According to the source, the documents contained records of conversations between high-profile media figures, discussing ways to control the conversation surrounding Musk. The article sent shockwaves through the industry. At the same time, a major political figure weighed in. A Republican senator tweeted, "The media is crumbling. They've been exposed. Musk is revealing the truth about their lies." Meanwhile, a Democratic senator fired back, "Musk is using his money and influence to bully a black woman. This is nothing more than a desperate power move." The controversy had officially reached a national level, and then came the unexpected twist. A former executive at a major media corporation came forward, claiming that certain journalists had been given talking points on how to report on Musk. They were told to frame him as reckless, dangerous, and unstable, the source alleged. The claim set off yet another wave of speculation. Was this just another media scandal, or was Musk truly exposing something much bigger than himself? As the trial pressed on, public opinion continued to shift unpredictably. A shocking new poll showed that nearly 40% of Americans believed there was a coordinated effort to tarnish Musk's reputation. But at the same time, Whoopi's fan base was standing strong. Celebrities came to her defense, calling the lawsuit an attempt to weaponize the legal system against critics. One Hollywood A-lister tweeted, "This isn't about truth, it's about power. Musk doesn't like what Whoopi said, so he's trying to destroy her." The debate had spiraled far beyond the courtroom. The internet was now ablaze with competing narratives. Who was telling the truth? Was Musk genuinely exposing a hidden network of media influence? Or was he fabricating a scandal to crush his critics? The final blow had yet to be delivered. Musk's team announced that in the next court session, they would introduce even more damning evidence. The promise sent the internet into a frenzy. What else did he have? How deep did this go? And most importantly, was Whoopi really at the center of it all? Or was she just the first domino to fall? The stakes had never been higher. The battle was far from over. The courtroom was packed once again, cameras flashing, reporters scrambling for every detail as Elon Musk's legal team prepared to unveil the final piece of evidence. The world was watching. Would this be the moment that shattered Hollywood's carefully crafted illusion? Or was Musk about to deliver a scandal so enormous that it would redefine the battle over free speech, power, and media control forever? The tension was unbearable. Then, Musk's lawyer stepped forward and placed a thick file onto the table. A moment of silence fell over the courtroom. "We have the final evidence," he said, his voice steady, "and it changes everything." Gasps echoed through the room as documents were projected onto the screen. What the world saw next sent shockwaves across the internet. This wasn't just about Whoopi Goldberg anymore. Emails, phone records, and confidential reports seemed to suggest that certain powerful figures in the media industry had worked behind the scenes to control narratives, blacklist individuals, and deliberately shape public perception. Some of the most respected names in journalism were mentioned. Networks that had long been trusted for their unbiased reporting were suddenly under scrutiny. And then, an even bigger revelation hit like a thunderclap. An internal email surfaced, allegedly from an executive at a major media company, discussing ways to undermine Musk's influence by strategically placing negative stories, amplifying specific voices, and ensuring that his critics remained at the forefront of news cycles. It was a bombshell, and Whoopi Goldberg's name was in the thread. The room erupted. Gasps, murmurs, a collective moment of disbelief. Had Whoopi knowingly participated in this effort? Had she been given a script? Or was her criticism truly her own? Whoopi's lawyer immediately objected, calling the evidence misleading and taken out of context. Whoopi herself shook her head, whispering to her legal team, her expression unreadable. But the damage was already done. Social media exploded. The hashtag #WhoopiFiles shot to the #1 trending topic on X. Public opinion, once divided, began to shift. One post summed up the growing sentiment. This isn't just about Musk anymore. This is about how deep the media's influence really goes. We've been lied to. News outlets scrambled to control the fallout. Some journalists tried to downplay the revelations, calling them a coordinated smear campaign. Others demanded an internal investigation. A major news network quietly fired a producer after leaked messages showed they had strategized coverage against Musk. And then, another twist. An anonymous whistleblower stepped forward. A former media executive, whose identity remained hidden for safety, released a statement confirming that certain figures in the entertainment and news industry had indeed worked behind the scenes to influence public perception. The revelation was like pouring gasoline onto an already raging fire. Suddenly, this wasn't just about Musk or Whoopi. This was about trust in the media itself. A senator called for an inquiry into journalistic integrity. Prominent news anchors found themselves under fire. A-list celebrities, once vocal in their support for Whoopi, began distancing themselves. Even some of Whoopi's longtime colleagues on The View were reportedly uneasy. An unnamed source from inside the production allegedly told a reporter, "There's a growing feeling that we're being dragged into something bigger than we ever expected." Then, the sponsors started pulling out. One by one, major brands that had backed The View quietly withdrew their advertisements. The pressure on ABC was mounting. Would Whoopi be forced off the show? Would she fight back harder? And, most terrifyingly for the entertainment industry, who would be the next target? Musk, sensing the shifting tides, took to X and posted, "This is just the beginning." That statement sent a chill through Hollywood. What else did he have? Who else was involved? Some insiders began to panic. Journalists, public figures, and executives started deleting old tweets, scrubbing past articles, distancing themselves from narratives they had once proudly pushed. Even politicians got involved. A White House press briefing was hijacked by a reporter demanding answers. Does the administration have any comment on the growing controversy surrounding media, bias, and influence? The press secretary, clearly unprepared for the question, stumbled through a vague response. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg finally broke her silence again. In a heated statement outside the courthouse, she stood firm. "I will not be bullied. This is an attack not just on me, but on the freedom of the press and the right to challenge powerful men like Musk." Her supporters rallied behind her, insisting that Musk was weaponizing controversy to silence critics. Some argued that this was a dangerous precedent, that billionaires could now crush dissent simply by overwhelming their opponents with lawsuits and media campaigns. But the damage was done. Trust in major media outlets plummeted overnight. A major network issued a public statement promising greater transparency. Newsrooms were thrown into chaos. Anonymous sources continued leaking damaging information. And then, the final, shocking moment. Musk's legal team made a sudden announcement. The lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg was being dropped. Just like that. No explanation. No further comment. Speculation ran wild. Had Musk made his point and moved on? Had a backroom deal been made? Or, most sinister of all, was this just a warning shot for something even bigger? Whoopi, despite claiming victory, looked visibly shaken in her final press conference. "This isn't over," she said. "Not by a long shot." But the truth? No one really knew what was coming next. Hollywood was on edge. The media was in turmoil. And Elon Musk, well, he just walked away, posting one last cryptic message on X. The truth is out there, for those who dare to see it. The controversy had no clean ending, no clear winner, just a world left questioning, who really controls the truth? Thanks for watching. If you want to see more stories, hit that like button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And let me know on which topic you would like to see stories next. And check out these other videos you might enjoy. See you in the next one. Till then, take care and goodbye.